Hello to those listening. This is an order here with the freest of speech. Now, I happen to be just perusing the news, and this article popped up, and I decided to read it. And because of that, this conversation will be about, well, KKK rallies and why people need to not attack them. Um, you see, all links will be below. But before I get started, the first thing you need to do is look up a word, and that word is bigot. And thanks to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the definition of bigot is a person who strongly and unfairly dislikes the other people's ideas, etc. Bigoted person, especially a person who hates or refuses to accept the member of a particular group, such as a racial or religious group. Now that we have the definition of a bigot, let's go back to this article. Now, when you read the article and things like it, you will know learn that there is actually video of these attacks happening. But the article pretty much lets you know that these members of the KKK went through all the legal channels to have their little rally, and they were then attacked by, well, anti-protesters. Now, the thing is this: I don't agree with them. I side with the anti-protesters and their sentiments. Here's the problem. The problem is you cannot defeat a bad idea with violence. That has never worked. Unless you are willing to exterminate all those people with that idea, all you are doing is reinforcing it. This happens in an American city. And I'm not going to be very specific because I would really like for you to actually go and read the article yourself so you can see the, let's say, shenanigans that come within the writing style. How the people will not augment reality, but spin people's actions because the Ku Klux Klan is an unacceptable social group. People don't like them, therefore, when it is written about them, it puts things in the perspective of they are always wrong, even in an instance like this when they are attacked. Now, you may be saying to yourself, whoa, 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 you kind of sound like you defending them. I'm not, because I'm going to switch from this and I'm going to go here. If you just do a simple Bing search, Google search, Yahoo search, and you type in KKK peaceful rally attacked, you will actually get results. And you will get quite a few results. Here's the thing: if you are a person who believes the KKK's ideology is incorrect, if you believe the KKK should not be listened to, this right here should offend you greatly, because every time these people go through the channels to do something peaceful and they're attacked, it just reinforces their ideology. It brings people to their side who may be on the fence or may not even give them any credit, but saying that, hey, these people say that these people who are against them are uncivilized. Well, hello, we have the proof right here. See how uncivilized these people are? That we're getting attacked. We're not doing anything to them. We're exercising our rights, but they want to attack us for it. This, people, is why you don't attack. And just to let you make sure this is understood, that I actually support these people, the KKK, and I am black. I support their rights to do this, and I'm going to show you why I support their rights. You go on Wikipedia, you look up the First Amendment of the United States, and I'm going to read it to you. It says, to the United States Constitution, constitutionally prohibits the making of any law respecting and establishing of religion, impeding the free exercise of religion, abridging the freedom of speech, infringing on the freedom of the press, interfering with the right to peaceably assemble, or providing the penitence of a governmental redressing of grievances. That's what the First Amendment says. That is what those people were exercising. The First Amendment, as read, does not say that you only have the right to peaceably assemble if people agree with you. It doesn't say that the United States can limit the press's access to things only when it doesn't agree with you. It is a general statement saying that you have the right to do this. Those people follow the legal channels. They did what they chose to do. They chose to exercise their rights, and they chose to exercise their freedoms. People who are listening, if you're listening and you do not agree with these men and women who believe this, if you believe they are a bigot, it behooves you to not attack them. It actually is more efficient and more effective to talk to them. People naturally segregate themselves. My theory is that it's like a herd mentality. You know, you be around people who look like zebras are around zebras, wildebeest are around wildebeest, because it's like a comfort. It's a form of protection. If I'm around people who look like me, then maybe they think like me, and it gives you a sense of security. But the thing is, with that, because we seem to naturally segregate ourselves, we lose out on the details of what it is to be human in the world. Because the only thing that separates us is culture, nothing else. You could take an organ out of any person as long as they blood type match and you can fit it inside of them, it will work. We are so similar that that's not even a possibility. That's a fact. The only thing that separates us is our culture. And the only way to overcome the cultural differences is to communicate with each other. Not through violence, but through understanding. If you see a person at these rallies, and if you want to go on anti-protest, you don't need to yell and scream and shout at them. Try to talk to them. Say, hey, how you doing? I understand you don't like me because I exist, but I don't understand why. Let him tell you why. And then when he's getting done giving you off this giant list of stuff that he probably doesn't even know about because he's probably even never met anybody like you or even spent even 5 minutes talking to somebody who even looks like you, then you can say, um, but that's not me. Everything you said doesn't apply to me. So why don't you like me? Now, this tactic may get you some hostility. Or the tactic may actually get the person to make you stop to think, like, okay, well, you may not be it, so you're one of the good ones. The thing is, to eliminate things like bigotry, you need to communicate. Violence doesn't solve anything unless you are willing to literally make them extinct. And nobody wants to do that. So, in conclusion, I'll wrap this up like this. You could be like me and not it may be like me and disagree with what these people stand for. You can be like me and disagree that they should change. I mean, let me rephrase that. You can disagree with me. You can agree with me that you disagree with what they stand for. You can agree with me that they should change. But the thing is, if you come at bigotry with more bigotry, you don't solve anything. If you want to take away these people's First Amendment rights to do these things, then you are a bigot. And you're pretty short sighted. Because what do you do then when your ideology becomes socially unacceptable? You're probably going to say, hey, I'm going to protest and I'm going to stand up for my rights. But here's the problem with that. You were a part of the good group that said, hey, get rid of these people's rights. Then when it happens to you, you don't really have a leg to stand on, do you? So, this is an order here with the freedom of speech. And it's called the freedom of speech because I respect the First Amendment. I will stand and defend any person's right to say and assemble. No makes a difference what you think of me. Makes no difference what your ideology says about me. As long as you have the right, I will encourage you to use it. Because a wise man once said, the quickest way to figure out if somebody's an idiot is to let them speak. Thanks for listening.